Wow, I look amazing today. All right. I can't start spinning till noon, so I'm just going to sit here and chat. I'm in a spin together. I was invited to join a team. It was so exciting. So I joined the team and spin from noon today to noon next Saturday. We're going for yardage. So I've got a few fibers I can spin. Oh, here's Bobble. Come here, Bobble. Come say hi to everybody. Come show them your grumpy face. Here's Bubble. He usually likes to sit like this. He's usually okay. He doesn't get too grumpy. There we go, buddy. See? He'll actually tolerate it. He's actually a very sweet boy. Don't let his grumpy face fool you. He's just not a cuddler. Good morning, Carol. Hi, Lori. Yes, it's Bubble. I named him after Rob Benedict, actually, because Bobble always has the should I be running face that Rob Benedict does so well. And his best friend, Richard Spate Jr., calls him Bobbo. So I named him Bobbo. Hi, Sadie. Thanks for joining us. So the spin along or the spin together, we're going for yardage. So I just assembled a few fibers to spin. just a few. And then I have a whole bucket of roll eggs too. So I've got my bobbins, my nitty naughty. I have labels so I can measure and keep track and submit my yardage, and we'll see. I'm on Team Can Spin 2021. We're a bunch of Canadian spinners, so it's going to be fun. I don't know how much I'll get done, but I'm going to give it a good try. I shouldn't have worn these pants. They just grab up the fibers like crazy. Oh, well. That's how it goes. So how's everybody doing? Yeah, just a tiny bit of fiber. I've got lots more, Crystal. So if I use all that up, I can go get some more. Hi, Kenna. Knitting fingerless gloves for donation. That's nice. There's always people needing stuff for winter because winter sucks. At least Canadian winters suck. It's creeping ever closer. The only way I survive winter is with my sunroom. I go in the mornings when the sun is pouring in and I look outside at all the snow and just very glad I don't have to go out in it except to, snow blow my driveway. But I have a little cordless snowblower, a little battery powered one. And I can do my driveway in 20 minutes and then I can go back inside and pretend it's not happening. Anybody who doesn't get snow on the regs thinks it's pretty. It's just a pain in the ass. By the time March comes around, it's like, get rid of that snow. Get rid of it. My phone is making noise. I just have to check in real quick. Oh, I got an email with the title of For Your Eyes Only. Like I'm going to open that one. Sadie is spinning some merino viscose in black and gray with blue and white viscose. Ooh, that sounds lovely though, Sadie. Can a 5 degrees C there right now? I don't know what it is here. Let me see if I can see from here. It looks like it's about 14. The thermometer's way across the room, so my old eyes don't see that good. It's just so damp and miserable. But yeah, it's oh, my bestie adores me. This is the gift she sends me. Hold on. Loser. She's always mocking me. She came, Tom's birthday was Thursday, so I was having a rough day. So she came Thursday morning, stayed the night till Friday evening. So she got me through a good patch. So she's allowed. Your real true friends mock you constantly, right? 4 minutes to go before I can spin. I'm starting with this fiber, and that is This is from I did the unboxing. I just haven't posted it yet. It's from Allison Barnes Yarns, and it is the September Fiber Fix yarn subscription. I have a couple of them. I just have to post the videos. But this is a BFL, a hand-dyed BFL. I already stripped it down because I want to spin it as fine as I can. And I strip my tops all the time. Strip my tops. Sounds like I'm making money in a different fashion, but no. Yes, flip each other the bird. Yes, that's exactly what BFFs are for. They're the ones, if you fall down, they laugh their butts off at you before they help you back up again. And that's how it should be. When push comes to shove, they're right there with you. That's all that matters. Gosh, I look horrible this week. Oh, well, I'm not here for my good looks. I'm here for my spinning. Oh, I'm wearing a Supernatural t-shirt. I'm a hunter in training. I don't have a Supernatural obsession at all, really. Oh, 3 minutes to go. Oh, I'm excited. Crystal, I noticed. Yeah, it's a little obvious I have a Supernatural obsession. I came in at season 3 because I didn't get the CW that it was on. Hi, Marilyn. And Chris. Hi, Chris. Yeah, so I came in at the end of season 3. Actually, it was right after my father died. They had season 1 and 2 on sale at Walmart. So I picked them up just to kind of distract my mind. And next thing I knew, I was totally obsessed. Spun Angora rabbit. Lady down the road raises them. I have not spun it, but I think it would spin like a yak. So very small and fine and fluffy, and you probably want to blend it with something because I don't imagine it has crimp or memory. Crystal watched all that I saw on Netflix. Yeah, it's on Prime now. I do have most of the seasons on DVD, and I will always keep them on DVD, but I have just been throwing it on Prime to play in the background while I'm doing other stuff. So, yeah. If I could get some Angora rabbit, Carol, I would definitely give it a spin. I think it would be amazing. Oh, 2 minutes left. Not that I'm counting down or anything. And me not cheating, I'm like waiting for that clock to tick over to noon. Oh, 11:59, 1 minute left. So yeah, this is a hand-dyed BFL, so I'm just going to spin it thin and chain ply it and go for yardage. I don't want to 2-ply it because I want to keep the colors from muddying. Lady at my vet office told me she had a huge bag of Angora for me. Was super excited until I picked it up and she told me it was from an Angora cat. An Angora cat? Huh. I have actually spun cat hair, however. Just for fun. Drove the dog absolutely crazy. I imagine it would. Carol, stop being scared. Use it. Take like a little bit of it and blend it up with some really soft wool into some Rolex and just spin a little bit and get over the fear. You got to try things. Like, I can't say that enough. Just try it. If it gets mussed up, you know what? The rabbits are going to grow more next year. Larry, my coffee is ready. I'm in my favorite chair. Well, we are here and we are going because it just clicked over to 12 noon. I get to spin. All right. Am I going to do this knit or crochet? Let's go knit. So we're going to spin Z and ply S. Woo, that's a little too thin. Okay, I don't want to spin it quite that thin. The colors on this are so bright and amazing. I don't know if you can see them very well. They're brighter than they look on the monitor. Much brighter. They're very, very pretty. So this is a Canadian Fiber subscription I found. So I'm going to be getting this for a while. And BFL is like my favorite fiber, so it's not a hardship to spin BFL. All right, let's have a look and see how our twist is. I want to do 3 ply, so we're going to get 3 layers together and dip. That's pretty softly spun. I think I will up my twist a little bit. Oh yeah, now I did it. There we go. Fine. It wants to be a pain. We're just ripping it off. Kenna, now my spinning wheel is calling. I always have that problem. I have like fiber ADD, I swear. I start one project and then I'm like, oh, but I want to be doing this. So I try to keep at least one project in all my different ones going at all times. So I'll have a spinning project on the go and a crochet and a knit, all that fun stuff. I'm going to move you guys a little bit closer because my ancient eyes can't see the chat very well. There we go. Oh, large, full-length, finger-weight ribbed men's sweater. How could that ever seem like a good idea at the time, Kenna? Oh, that's too funny. My singles suddenly went on a diet and got their act together. Okay. Oh, I'm loving the colors of this. I'm now into purple. And the purple is fading out to the pink. She did a lovely job on these. Oh, look at that. My brother popped in. Ian Juby. You still didn't spin that corn husk silk I saved you from. Corn on the cob. You threw out the corn husk silk before I could spin it. Liar. I'm knitting with my first hand spun right now, and I love how it's turning out. Yay! Yes, use your hand spun. Don't just leave it sitting around looking pretty. Get it out and use it because you can always make more. And you can always get more fiber because animals are always growing it. It is a very renewable resource. That is one thing for sure. Now we're going from pink. We're going to go back to purple and then purple to blue. This is so pretty. It's so soft. I love BFL. I don't know why it's my favorite, but it is. I think it's just a combination of the softness, the staple length, and then the shine you can get with BFL. By the way, I got my first order from World of Wool. They are so quick in shipping. Yeah, they are pretty good. For overseas, they do all right. I like World of Wool. And I actually got in on their luxury fiber advent calendar that they're doing this year. I don't think it ships till November, but you can be sure there's going to be advent calendar action happening around here when it gets here. I can't decide if I want to do like a daily open the day spin it kind of thing, or if I just want to dive in and open all the days and then work with it from there like I did last year. I don't know. I might force myself to draw it out this year and just open one each day and spin with it. I'm horrible. Like even when I buy presents for people, I can never hold on to them. I'm always like, hey, I got you a present. Here you go. I know your birthday's not for another month, but you're getting it today. I just can't wait. Oh, Perrindale is long and soft and shiny. As soft as Polworth, Sadie? Wow. I guess I'm going to have to try that one. Is my BFL from Wool Interrupted? This one is from, let me just find it. This is from Allison Barnes Yarn. Let me see if I can get that to show up. Oops. It's AllisonBarnesYarn.com. and she has subscription Fiber Fixes. She has yarn and fiber. So I signed up for the fiber, and this is my first one I've gotten. Yeah, Carol, daily surprise would be good. I'm just so impatient. I don't know if I could do with it, but I'm going to try, I think. Marilyn, I'm so new to spinning. My hubby made me several drop spindles, and I am doing not bad after lots of practice. But how do you know how thick to pull your draw for different wools, or is it just practice? Okay, Marilyn, there's several things here. First of all, you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. You can force any fiber to do anything that you want. That being said, there are fibers that like to spin thin or like to spin thick. It all depends on the breed, and you kind of get an idea. If you get the Fleece and Fiber Source Book, excellent resource. You can look up the breed, and they will give you suggestions on how to spin it, and that's a great place to start. I just go by, my default is about I would say a fingering weight on the singles, so it ends up at about a DK worsted on the ply, more or less. But that's just my default. I can change it up as I want to, go thinner or thicker. And yeah, it is. You can make it do anything you want. Like I can take my BFL, and I'm spinning it about this thick. But if I want to, hold on, let me spin it in here again. I could draw it down. Here's a comparison. You can see my default is on this side, and then I just spun it super thin on that side. So you can kind of force it to do what you want. Personally, because I'm going for yardage in a spinning contest, and it's going to be like a whole week's worth, I'm going to go for a nice relaxing spin at a weight I don't have to think about. That's not going to take too long to ply, because I mean, technically spinning lace would probably get me the most yardage, but it takes so long to ply. And if I ply it on my electric wheel, then I have to put all my entries into the electric class, and I want to keep it all in the wheel spun class. So I'm just going for a nice relaxed spin at my default weight. I don't know if that actually answered any of your questions, Marilyn, but I hope it gave you an idea. It's okay, Sadie. I auto-corrected. Perrindale is cheaper, really? I'm going to have to see if I can find some over here. Yeah, Lori, check it out. So far, I've got, like I said, I did an unboxing video. I'll pop that up so you can get an idea, because I did order a hand-dyed braid as well. She does do braids as well as the fiber, but yeah, so far I'm happy. We will see how it goes. My next month's subscription should be coming in anytime now, because this was September's. I'm a little behind on posting videos, guys. Sorry, it's been a rougher couple of months than I thought it was going to be, but I'm getting there. Oh, good, Marilyn. I'm glad it helped. I'm trying not to be like, there is no one answer ever, but I'm trying to give you an idea of how we make the decisions we make. Now we're going back into the blue. So the fiber subscription was 8 ounces. So I have 2 braids of this. And I think you can choose BFL or Merino on her subscription service. She does have lovely colors. And if you're looking for yarn, she does a lot of yarn too. So she does have a subscription box as well for that. Okay, I need to sit back and mind my posture. I always just, because I'm so short, I can't sit very comfortably in a regular chair without my feet kicking out like a little kid's. So I always have a big cushion behind me. Basically, I will decide what I want to do with the yarn and then spin to that. That works too. I often find when you start working with certain braids or fleeces or whatever, the yarn will tell you what it's most comfortable doing. Like you'll be trying to spin it lace weight and it's very difficult. That's usually a good indication it doesn't want to be lace weight. Oh, I hear you, Lori. I'm in the Wool Interrupted missing their fiber box. Great deal. It was an excellent fiber box, but I understand them not doing it anymore. Just kind of sad, but that's all right. I'm working on finding a steady source of breed specific raw fleeces. If I can do that, I was thinking of putting together like a box of, whether it be a monthly subscription thing where you get a pound of a different breed raw each month to process and spin yourself. There doesn't seem to be anybody offering raw fleece subscriptions. So if I can find enough breed specific to do a raw wool subscription, that is my plan. I'm working on it, Kenna. It may take a while yet, but I am working on it behind the scenes. No worries. Because there seems to be a great deal of interest in trying different breeds raw, but it is very hard to invest in a whole fleece, especially since some of the larger breeds can be a 6-pound fleece. Like committing to processing 6 pounds is a lot, but doing like a pound of raw fleece and seeing if you like it is completely different. And it also gives you a chance to learn how to process different fineness of wools and stuff like that. So, oh, Laura, you'd be into? Excellent. I will keep working on it because it does seem that there is a market for it, that people are interested. With finding breed specific, of course, I have to be able to, get enough to supply everybody and have a steady diet of it, so to speak. Marilyn, check out shearers. My daughter's person saves the fleeces she shears and then sells them. Yeah. The other thing is the Wool Cooperative. I'm getting in touch with them and seeing what they have. But yeah, there are some shearers around here I want to get in touch with too. Different breeds that I can get locally just to try and find out which I like. Yeah, exactly. And there seems to be like enough interest in something like that that it's worth the time and the effort for me to put into it. And like start with you guys, and then I can like list it on Etsy and see if we get any interest there, and go on from there and see what happens. So I have to be able to get a few breeds, and I'm thinking just do a pound a month because that then gives you a chance to wash and process that pound before you get the next one, and let you experiment with different breeds and fibers and stuff like that. Maybe do some alpaca or something like that. I actually went into my panic room, which is what I call my cold storage. And I hauled out all my bits of fleeces and sorted them all out. So I have all the fleeces that still need to be washed are in the laundry room waiting to be done. All the fleeces that are washed are now sorted into, these are washed fleeces, processed fleeces. These are non-wool. So, hi, Susie. Oh, Susie's the one who got me in on the Can Spin 2021. She invited me to the team. Thank you, Susie. I'm spinning away. Yeah, there's lots of alpacas in Alberta, and we are getting a lot here in Ontario, too. Silvana. Hi there. I finally managed to see you. Oh, you're in Nova Scotia. Excellent. I'm so glad you could join us. We're just having a spin and a chat, just discussing my idea of procuring raw fleeces and offering a monthly subscription of a different breed of 1 pound of raw fleece from which you can process yourself. Seems to be enough interest in it. I will continue to network my way and get it together. I'm kind of hoping to start like January 2022 kind of deal. If you know of people who have breed specific flocks, you can certainly email me any information you have. I don't mind dealing directly with farmers. In fact, I love dealing directly with farmers. Yeah, I just think it could be really fun and something that I've not seen, because I would have totally signed up before I got obsessed with collecting all the fleeces there are on the entire face of the planet, which seems to be my goal. I have a lot of fleeces to wash. But yeah, it felt good to get them sorted at least. So now I can quickly see what I have and how much I have to process. It's going to be a busy winter getting that all processed, I tell you. I don't know how I hoarded that much fleece, but that's okay. I will work with it. I don't know if you can ever have too much fleece, really. Oh, as usual, I'm doing a very even bobbin here. Holy man. I have to get myself a woolly winder. I'm horrible for never moving my hooks on a regular basis. But I am loving this color. I'm thinking once I have this done up, I would do like a mosaic crochet or something like that with a darker color, so that then you have like a dark line and then a bright line, and have some fun with that to really make the color pop. I think it'd be fun. A Clun Forest, Loch Lomond livestock in Saskatchewan. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go looking for Loch Lomond livestock in Saskatchewan. Excellent. That's the kind of thing I love to get information on. If anybody has any information, drop it here or send me an email. My email is easy. It's bffarts@gmail.com. Yeah, Susie, I agree. Never too much fleece. Never. When I first started spinning, Tom, my husband, told me I could never get sheep. He's like, we are not getting sheep. I don't care what you say, we're not getting sheep. So I came home one day and told him I bought an alpaca. I said, it's not a sheep. You said we couldn't have sheep. You did not say no to alpaca. I didn't actually buy an alpaca, but it was too much fun watching him just like, He grew up in the original logging business done with horses. So as a young boy, he had to tend to the workhorses all the time. So he had a livestock aversion. But I did not actually buy an alpaca. I was just teasing him. We both worked. There was no time for us to be taking care of animals. So that was not a concern. But it was too funny. Oh, I just love these colors she got. They're so pretty. Riverside Farms in Briscoe, BC, and it's a Gotland BFL cross. That would be gorgeous. Ugh, so gorgeous. I've come to really like Gotland. I hadn't worked with it a lot, but the few bits that I have worked with have been amazing. Definitely going to look into getting more Gotland. Oh, here we go. I've reached the age where I'm getting hot flashes. So if you suddenly see me sweating, it's not like nerves or sickness. Just one of those lovely bits about being a girl. But at least as long as I'm getting hot flashes, Aunt Flo isn't visiting for the month, so I can live with that. Oh, hope there aren't any guys on here that are creeped out by that kind of conversation. I raised my brothers to be comfortable discussing all things about women. Yeah, raised my brothers. I'm the middle child, so I was the loud, obnoxious one. They didn't get much choice in the matter. Okay, I need some coffee. Oh, so good. I am such a caffeine addict. My uncle logged their land by horse. Now Waylon, the horse, is retired and just hangs out in the big meadow he himself had cleared. Oh, that's wonderful. I love when I hear about workhorses being retired to a comfortable life. A fleece auction video. I wondered if there's one in Ontario to visit. Oh, Marilyn, what do you mean the hot flashes never end? This is like the sugar and the salt thing, isn't it? We're all going to get upset about that. Oh, boy. Waylon is a great name for a horse. Oh, boy. Okay, there we go. It passed now. Woo! Some of those hot flashes get pretty damn hot. Some of them aren't too bad, but some of them fog up my glasses, and that's when I'm like, oh, okay, this is sucking. So I ordered some stuff for my electric spinner, my EU6 from, what's their name? Hold on. I'm so bad with names, honestly. Snort Timers Hub. That's it. Poor Joel. I was emailing him about it, but yeah, they'll be coming soon. So I got the guide so I can try making art yarn on it. And I got some extra bobbins since I was ordering anyways. Don't salt food anymore. Add a dash of sugar and arsenic. Yep. Oh, thanks, Lori. You're great too. Oh, Kenna into their 70s. No. Oh, Sadie got hers from Dreambot. So there you go. You got two places to get accessories for your eels. Hi, Barbara. Come on in. You're not late. I'll be here for a bit. Chris, 69, and mine still continue. Oh, I'm only 50. That means I got 20 years of hot flashes. At a minimum. Oh, well. I have always had like severe cramps and moodiness with my monthly visitor, Aunt Flo. So I think I still prefer the hot flashes over actually Aunt Flo coming around. I don't miss her. She can go away. Especially since I never wanted children and it was just ridiculous. And it's definitely like a male dominated society because I knew in my 20s that I didn't want kids. And I also didn't want to take birth control. So I wanted to get my tubes tied. And they would not do it because I was too young and would change my mind. It was absolutely ridiculous. Just an FYI. Then boom, back to a lot. Oh well. You know, even beyond the hot flashes, I don't mind them. I mean, yeah, they suck, but I can deal with them. But then that, like, now I'm going through the holy, I'm cold phase of it. They don't warn you about that part. They warn you about the hot flashes, but not that momentarily after they pass. At least that doesn't last long either, but still. I'm surprised the boys haven't come in. Rain must have stopped. They've been in and out all morning. It starts raining. They come running in and then they go back out again. I had 5 and one of them died when I was 29. And they said, no, I might want more. I know, Sadie, isn't that ridiculous? It's so ridiculous. Now, Tom was 13 years older than me. So when we realized that we were going to be together for a while, he was able to go and get fixed. No problem. No question. They just did it because he's a man and he knows what he wants. But as women, we don't know. We're going to fall victim to our desire to have children. It's like, I have never wanted children. And that's caused a lot of problems too, because people think I'm some sort of monster. Like I kick puppies or something because I didn't want my own kids. They're like, are you afraid of childbirth? It's like, no, I'm afraid of the kid that comes with it. Thanks. It is ridiculous. I mean, it's just frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Oh, I don't even want to get into it anymore. I'm just feeling myself getting mad thinking about it. Yeah, Ken, see, similar feelings. Just never had the desire to have kids. And I don't think that if you don't really want them, don't have them. Like, why isn't the society assisting us in achieving that? If you don't really want them, help us not have them with something other than hormones. My eldest daughter doesn't want kids. I agree with her. I like my shoes, car, and fiber too much for kids. Oh, your husband was 13 years your senior too? Cool, Barbara. Yeah, see, when Tom and he needed a new truck, so we went and we got an extended cab before extended cabs were the norm for pickup trucks. And then we went to a family dinner thing where the extended family was all there. And we went in and everybody's like, oh, nice new truck. So when are you guys going to start filling it with kids? And Tom and I were both like, no, we got an extended cab for all the toys we have because we don't have kids. We made a lot of people mad that night. Exactly, Sadie, your body, your choice. Only 9 years older than you, Sadie. Come on now, you have to rob the old age home. My kids have paws. Absolutely, Kenna. My fur babies are my babies. Okay, Carol, have fun. Enjoy the weather because it's miserable here. Lori, I had mine tied after 2 kids. Oh, yeah. I know you have 2 kids and they still won't do it for you, right? It's ridiculous. What if you want more? What if you want more? What if you change your mind? Is it because we're females? Like they always think we're going to change our minds? Exactly. Better not to have kids than have them and not want them. Like how many people get stuck in that situation because they're told they're supposed to have kids and they don't really want them? Like it's ridiculous. All of her kids by the time she was 18, she wanted her tubes tied and they told her no. Exactly. It's ridiculous. Oh, Chris, you rock. Cougar. I'm thinking I might do that if I ever decide I want to get back on the dating scene. I might become a cougar. See, Marilyn, it's really hard for me when people like you want kids and you have issues and you can't have them. Like, that's upsetting to me. And it's not like, it's not like I'm anti having kids. It's just I'm always of the mind that if you really want them, like, absolutely, but not everybody wants them. And I feel for you when you can't have as many as you want, or you can't have any at all when you want them. Like that breaks my heart too. It's about control. Yeah. Yeah. They're going to do everything they can to keep us under their thumb. Ugh, it's ridiculous. All men should just be fixed. Only takes one of them to impregnate 100 women. Like, come on. No worries, Sadie. I can barely talk most days. Boy, we're getting into some subversive conversations today. The last one was all about what's in our food, and this one's all about female empowerment and control of our bodies. I thought this was a fiber channel. Oh, you got a couple of grandkids already, though. That's great. And 3 healthy kids. That is excellent. Very excellent. Oh, and sad for your daughter, too. But she's got 2. That's better than none when you really want them. Oh, I hear a click, click from the door. There's a kitty cat coming. Watch out for a kitty cameo. I don't know which one it is. I think it's Bobbo, though. Bobbo is may not be cuddly, but he likes to come and check on me often. That's what us women do. I have hung around, like, I grew up running with the boys. I've always kind of hung out with men. There just wasn't girls around. And I will tell you something, when it comes to gossip, men are the worst for gossip. Women have conversations about real things and men gossip. Honestly. I can tell you because in some situations I've been treated completely as a man despite being a woman, and I get to hear what they actually talk about, and they gossip. Oh, there's Bobbo. I've been crocheting and knitting with beads as well as spinning with beads. So there are beads in every corner of the room, and he finds them all and flings them around and chases them. So my big plans for the week are probably going to be like doing lots of spinning and watching lots of TV. I'll probably work my way through the rest of Supernatural again. Always had more men friends than women, and the men in the labs I've worked in were way worse for gossip. Absolutely. I worked in a garage with men. I was the only female in the shop. And first of all, I cursed more than they did, but you know, hubby always said, when the mechanics tell you to watch your language, you swear too much. But men gossip. They do gossip. The good thing about working with men, though, is that if you have a blow up, when it's done, it's over. That is the nice thing. Yeah, see, everybody knows men love to gossip because they won't talk about their feelings because, you know, like they're raised that men don't feel, which is BS. And I'm glad to see that there's a gradual change to men starting to talk about real stuff like women do and to talk honestly, which I think is excellent. Excellent. But they are getting better at it. It's a slow progression. No, they don't hold grudges the same way. That was the hardest part for me to learn when I was working in the garage is me and another coworker used to butt heads all the time. We'd get in a fight about something and I'd be like, oh, great. So for the rest of the day, I'm going to have to put up with his pissy attitude. And 5 minutes later, he's joking with me. And I'm like, what's going on? Are you not still mad? And it's like, no, we had the fight. It's over. On. Yes, that's why the men are always standing around gossiping. They gossip. They're horrible. Just horrible. Okay, coffee break. This was not full with coffee, by the way. This is my Fort Erie mug. It's huge. I will drink this full of hot chocolate, but I will not drink it full of coffee because I would be awake for a week. I go down to Niagara Falls usually once a year to visit family down there. And then I got Tom addicted. Tom, who'd never left the Ottawa Valley, I got him addicted to going to Niagara Falls, and we'd go every fall for 4 or 5 days to Niagara Falls, and he loved it. I made him do all the touristy stuff, like go on the Maid of the Mist and go to Marineland, stuff I did when I was a kid and we lived down there. So it was great. Water. Why would you put water? Oh, drink water. Coffee or tea, the water needs to be flavored. After 13 years, hubby is getting better, though I do still sometimes need to schedule feelings talk time. I'll tell you what Tom and I used to do, Kenna. And it once we figured it out, it made our lives so much easier. We'd go for a drive. When we had to have the talks, you know, the feeling talks, we'd go for a drive. He would drive because he could address the windshield and discuss things quite easily, like a lot easier than sitting down talking. And we would just drive and talk. And it worked brilliantly because he was just way more comfortable in that situation of not having to actually look at me. And he was able to share so much easier. I don't know if it would work, but try it and you might find that it's magic because it was for us. I mean, we were 23 years together. We would have never lasted that long if we hadn't have figured out the let's go for a drive system. Sometimes we did just go for a drive, but sometimes we were going for a drive. Takes me forever to drink water, and a good mug keeps it cool. Yeah, I guess that's acceptable. I just like my coffee. See, Kenna, it works. Go for a drive. You have a captive audience, but for some reason it is easier when you don't have to look at each other when you're having those conversations. See, Chris, we talk more when we were driving on a road trip. Exactly. It's like you're in this cocoon of the vehicle. So you have that physical sort of intimacy. You have that intimate little gathering spot. But you don't have to be like looking at the person to have the conversation and to be honest about your feelings. And it almost seems easier if you're not looking at them. And you're able to share and have amazing conversations about like real things. It's I'm a huge fan of let's go for a drive. Okay, Sadie, we'll see you soon. Kisses. Have a good dinner. Get them in bed and keep them trapped and make them talk. We're going to talk. Communication is that thing that you have to sort out, like the hows and whens and how to do it best. And it's just one of those things. But yeah, I find the drive just worked amazing for Tom and I. And seeing as how he often had to go into the bush on the weekends to move equipment around, and I had to go with him because he was moving like the skidder or the loader or whatever 6 miles and didn't have to walk 6 miles back to his truck. So he'd take me and we'd converse on the way in and converse on the way out. Fortunately, we never had to have like heavy conversations most of the time. It was just organic. But yeah, that would be the thing. If we did have to have a chat, we would go for a drive. Oh, I'm just loving these colors. They're so beautiful. I may have to take a nap today. Holy, I'm noticing I'm getting all dozy. I've actually fallen asleep at my spinning wheel before. Tom and I were watching TV one day and I was just sitting there spinning and watching TV. And next thing I know, I fell asleep. I woke up still something like this, fiber in hand. You're very lucky, Marilyn. 43 years. Wow. We've been together a while. It would be nice. And it's chatting all the time is, I think, the ultimate goal. But sometimes, like, men don't have it easy the way they're raised. Sometimes it just makes it so hard. And things are changing for the better, but it is a slow change. And talking is generally one of those things they're not terribly good at most times. Yeah. Oh, well. So at the end of this month, it'll be 3 years since Tom passed. And I'm still not ready to even think about dating. Or if I ever will. Or if I ever want to. I might be okay with being alone. But now that, I'm looking around at the dating scene, just curious, not dipping in, just looking around. And I got to tell you, it's a weird place out there. Like, dating apps are how 90% of people meet. And I'm like, I am not going on a dating app. I will not. Sorry. Nope. Not happening. And yet I know people who've had excellent results with dating apps. They've met like great people. And I'm just like, nope, not me. Never doing it. So with the current situation in the world, there's no meeting people, and I'm okay with that. Hi, Tay. Must have started raining because you're all wet. He might end up on his throne sleeping. That's his throne over there. I had my couch custom made, and I had a divan type thing on it. And it ended up not fitting too great. So I just took off the footrest portion, and that became Latte's throne where he likes to sleep. Hey, Bubbo. Hi, baby. What's up? He's just wandering around at my feet here. Don't nuzzle the table. You'll knock the camera. Yes. You want to come say hi again? Come on, Bubbo. Come here. Come here. Oh, I just love tormenting him. He's my little guy. He's only about 9 pounds, but he's just so sweet. Just so sweet. Come on, bye-bye. Okay, I'll let you down. Maybe I'll see if Tay will come over for a visit in a little bit. I got Latte 2 weeks after my husband died, so he's been with me for a bit now. Oh, no, Bobo's got the crazy. Bobo is, let me think now. He was a year in the spring. So he's about a year and a half. He's very young. But he was found on the street as a kitten by a gentleman in a nearby town. And, like a small kitten. And he had like eye infections and flea infestation, whole 9 yards. This guy took care of him, got him healthy, other than the fact that he has a scar on his one eye from the eye infections. But he also had 4 other cats. And Baba was getting to the age where he was old enough to be fixed and he couldn't afford to do it. So he was just looking to rehome Bobo. So I took Bobo. And it was rough for a while because Bobo is a very nervous cat, probably because of his early upbringing. But he's getting much better now. He feels much more secure. Yeah, Kitazumaz, away he goes. Oh, apparently they've gone back outside. Latte went too. It's so funny because Latte's like the big older brother who's just so impatient with his younger brother because Bobo still acts very much like a kitten. Still gets the zoom. He still wants to fight all the time, all this high energy, and Latte just wants to sleep all the time. So, Bobo's like, let's play. And Latte's like, would you just leave me alone? But they've become pretty good friends now, so. They keep each other company. And generally Latte catches all those chipmunks and birds, and Bobo just steals them from him so he can play with them too. They're really cute though. Oh, Veggie Matter. I'll pick that out. There we go. Well, there's got a fair bit to go before this is done. I'm hearing a squeak from my wheel. Apparently I need to find my oil and give it a little squeak at some, or a little squirt at some point. Get rid of the squeakers. And take a nap. Anybody else ever fall asleep with their spinning wheel? Maybe I just get too comfy when I'm spinning. It's how I calm myself though, so sometimes I guess I just get a little too calm and doze off. I guess I better never do that on my electric wheel because it'll just keep spinning away and over twisting the yard. I don't know what would have happened then. Huh. I don't think I want to find out. All right, I think we'll just finish up this piece and then I will go and do a few things before I get back to spinning again. I do have all week. They are pretty, Barbara. I'm really happy with them.
Hey, fast butt.
Oh, Ken is back. And my phone just chirped. Anything important? Now, Jared Padalecki in his unicorn onesie. That's all. Yeah, my phone is even named Dean. Oh, good. I'm not the only one who's fallen asleep at the spinning wheel. Yay! I think I am going to chain ply it to preserve the colors. I could do a 2-ply. I do have 8 ounces of it. But if you're doing a 2-ply and you don't want the colors to muddy, you have to keep lining up your singles, breaking them off, realigning them. And because I'm spinning this, I've stripped down the top to make shorter repeats. I think chain plying is going to be the best way, and that way I can preserve those colors. Oh, falling asleep at the computer at work is easy. I used to do that all the time. Just be sitting there doing paperwork, zoned out, you know, the phone's not ringing, no one's coming in, and next thing I know, he's a drop spindle, so it's harder to nap while spinning. It is. But, you know, when I get kicked back and slouchy and I got something on TV and I'm just spinning away, it's just really easy to just nod off. And generally, it's the kitty cats who wake me up. Generally by jumping on me. Bobo's pretty insistent. When he may not like to cuddle, but he loves his pets. So when he comes for pets, you get the old in the leg until you pet him. He starts off gentle, just a tap, tap, tap. If that doesn't work, then it's a tap, tap. And if that doesn't work, then it's a because he just wants your attention. So I've learned when I get that pat, 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 pet him. Staring at one thing for so long, yeah. I did some craft fairs and took my spinning wheel. And, you know, during down times when people are slow, I'd be sitting spinning and then I'd look around and I'd see vendors in their booths all just staring at the wheel, like completely zoned out and hypnotized. I was like, I got them all. Started to fall asleep in the lab once and smacked my face into the fume hood. Ouch! Oh no! Oh, Kenna, that sounds horrible. Absolutely upgrade to a more comfy chair. If you haven't fallen asleep in front of your wheel, I don't think you're doing it right. Like I said, I tried finding a comfy chair because I was 5'2" before I started to shrink. I like to say I'm 5'1.5" in my shoes. And trying to find like the seat ratio from like butt to knees to sit comfortably is impossible. These chairs are super comfy. These are actually recliners. I have wingback recliners. They're gorgeous, gorgeous. But for just sitting, the butt to knee ratio is good. But for spinning, because my feet need to reach the floor, I just got one of these really hard bamboo pillows that never lose their poof. And I just plop that behind me, and it's absolutely perfect. So I find that just adjusting an already comfy chair to make it comfy for spinning is way easier than trying to find a comfy chair. Kenna was the one who fell asleep for the longest time. Yeah, that must have really hurt. I used to deal blackjack on the graveyard shift. Oh, that would be horrible. Fell asleep standing up when my table was dead. I imagine. I worked a graveyard shift at Tim Hortons when I was a baker. So I was always busy doing physical stuff. Like that was a very physical job, which is what messed up my hands so bad. So I never had issues with the falling asleep thing during the shift. Wasn't an option. But I can imagine if you had a relatively still job working the midnight shift, yeah, staying awake would be very tricky. And when Tom was sick and we were spending so much time in and out of hospitals and everything else, I learned how to sit down in a chair and literally just put my chin to chest, and I could fall asleep in like a minute. And I could nap for like 5 minutes and then just be like, okay, what next? Like, just learned how to fall asleep and wake up really fast. Oh, the rocking chair is not going to work. Darn it. I have a glider rocker, but it has a brake on it. That's actually what I used to use for my spinning because you could just set the brake so the chair wouldn't move. And it worked excellent. Yes, literal cat naps. And that was 90% of my sleep. I had a relative come, and once a day she would come and give me 2 hours to sleep solid without having to listen for anything. She'd just take care of everything for 2 hours. So basically for about a year, I would sleep hard for 2 hours and then cat nap the rest of the time. And it worked. I managed just fine for quite a while. It's funny what you can do when you have to. Not that I would wish it on anybody, but it's amazing what you can do when you have to. Whew. All right. This is just so pretty. It's going to make a lovely yarn. But right now, all that coffee means I have to go pee. So I think I will end the live stream for today, but I will probably pop on here and there during the week as I'm participating in this Spin Together contest and keep you posted on how things are going and show you my work. and we can chit chat. Yeah, Ken, I hear you on that. Anybody who calls after 10 o'clock at night is a butthead, in my opinion, because you don't call anybody after 10 unless it's an emergency. That's how things work in my world. You don't call before 8 in the morning and you don't call after 10 at night. That's the panic hours from 10 at night to 8 in the morning. But for now, I'm going to end the stream for today, but thanks all for joining me. We've had a lovely chat about the fact that hot flashes never end. So there's your life destroying information for the day. The last one was the salt and the sugar and poisons and salt. So this week now we have to accept that we're going to just have hot flashes forever. But with that, happy news, guys. Thanks for joining me. Like I said, I'll be doing some other live chats throughout the week, and I will keep looking into the raw fleece thing and get that going. It'll be great. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thanks. Yeah, hopefully cooler. Go have some fun, guys. Do some knitting, crochet, spinning, whatever you like to do. And we'll see you next time.